Well, that explains
How
it
you
all.
feel about that?
That explains it all.
How you feel about that?
Yeah, Kendrick sold out.
No.
Yeah, Kendrick sold out.
Well, I mean, when he does his first...
Jay-Z was tripping with the Grammys. Puffy was tripping with the Grammys. Yeah, Kendrick sold out.
When Kendrick does his first interview after the beef, who does he do it with? Harper's Bazaar, which is like the most like white-coated publication you can think of.
That's why they let him perform such a song, not like us at the Super Bowl. That wasn't a family-friendly song. And now song. What I hear is a nigga tooting his horn, running a victory lap, saying, I ain't nothing like y'all niggas. And y'all been hating on me because I'm a yellow nigga with a white mama and grew up in Canada. That's what I heard. The boy give hip hop something else other than gangster, killer, fool, pervert, dope fiend.
Right.
He the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air when Fresh Prince was the hottest rap nigga and you ain't have to have a gun.
If it's love, I want everything. Touch my soul, touch my heart, don't judge my mental. They told me that life is simple, been real since Papa Pimple. I started out in the Renault Sonata, the presidential. Speak once and listen twice. They told me that less is simple.
What's happening, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I am Meshach and you are watching Reset with Meshach. Today we're talking about Charleston White, who once again has the internet buzzing, man. Dropping a video on Not C22's channel, and he claims Kendrick Lamar sold out by performing Not Like Us at the Super Bowl, while also breaking down and giving praise to Drake's new album, ICEMAN. Now, before y'all jump into the comments and throwing virtual chairs at me and each other, do me a favor, like, share, comment, and subscribe, man. I'm back in the algorithm. Let's do this. But let's watch the video. I'll be back with my commentary. Yeah?
How do you feel about the new Drake albums? Have you got to spend a bit of time with them?
I listened to the first one. It's
ICEMAN.
You can't take nothing good. You can't overdose on nothing like that on one time. You can't. So you gotta take your time.
Yeah.
Don't rush, because he didn't take his time putting it out. Don't be so rushed to judge it, because normally you have to listen to an album one or two times before you can, So no, man.
I mean, I do think it's kind of odd for the people who listen to all three the first night. I listened to ICEMAN, cool, and then I listened to like the half of
if you
the
listen to all three, you a hater. You ain't finna rush through no good shit that you like.
Now I feel very comfortable saying I like understand all three, but it's been a week, you know?
Oh man, listen, just what I did. Once you hear one or two, you go back to it. Man, play that bitch again. I'm a repeat nigga.
Right.
So I might not get through the whole album for a month, because one song might stay on repeat for a week.
Right.
Because music is for the soul. I ain't listening for the message in the beef and see he talking to. There's some beats in there that go tap into the frequency I own.
But I feel like part of the reason why you need to listen to the Drake album so closely is because at least on ICEMAN, there are so many coded references that you're learning so much about what he's been going through.
I ain't messy like no hoe. I like to tap my feet and snap my finger and nigga lay that shit back. Nah, man,
you're not curious to hear his deepest thoughts, Kendrick, after all that's ensued?
No. You know why? He stayed silent, so this ain't about now.
His former great friend J. Cole, he's got words for him. He's speaking to Lucci, and he's speaking to...
I wouldn't give... Listen, I'm not in music to depict messages. I'm in the music to hear good music. Yes, a message in the music, but so is the lyrical content in the beat frequency.
But I feel like part of what you get from a Drake project is you get to learn so much about what it's like to be the biggest rap star of all time. He doesn't really do interviews where he talks that deeply that often, so this is the kind of thing that you really get to find out about through the music, right?
You have to be very in tune into the beef to be able to depict who he talking to. I can't figure out who he talking to.
That's part of the fun. You go on Twitter and you see people break it down, you watch some videos.
So there's a song Lil Baby got, Other Boy. And in that song, he said, turn the boy into a male stripper. Somebody say he talking to this guy. I ain't know that till somebody said it.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't know either.
That's what I'm saying.
Who's a male stripper? Who's he beefing with?
I ain't finna say that, because
Yeah?
So listen, I don't know he talking to this nigga, but the song a motherfucker. Turn a boy into a male. It's just a good punch. I'm not trying to figure this man out.
Okay.
My life is music heals the soul, get you through shit. Nigga, when I'm feeling good and that good motherfucker song come on, I ain't think I'm in niggas beefing.
But so, okay, given your ability to decode an album is based mostly on just how it makes you feel, how do you feel about ICEMAN?
When Tupac was talking all that shit in Machiavelli, I wasn't trying to decode it, and I'm still not trying to decode it now.
How's ICEMAN making you feel?
It's a good album. This is a historic album.
Hell yeah.
Last nigga did this was Tupac and DMX. Them other last nigga put out doubles and they was good album. He done put out one good album that I done heard. I ain't got to the other two. Why? I ain't rushing through nothing. Nigga, I'm gonna go back and play that bitch again.
The blue for the albums now that like even Drake's past albums like Scorpion and shit were kind of like too long to be like single albums. They were more like playlists or whatever. Remember?
Man, the boy give hip hop something else other than gangster, killer, fool, pervert, dope thing.
Right.
He the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air when Fresh Prince was the hottest rap nigga and you ain't have to have a gun. He make it cool for the mixed kids, the kids that can't play football. Man, he get to enter our household because he ain't a one-trick pony. Most niggas who rap is a one-trick pony. That's why they can't hate and they black. They super black. Now if they was a little bit more yellow than Drake, they could have the same, but everybody know the yellow nigga get all the favor. Been like that since grandma.
It cools off a little bit like partway through, but like the initial like 5, 6, 7 songs are just.
I bet when the Grammys come, he clean up.
He doesn't submit to the Grammys, so he can't even win. He basically like disrespects the Grammys by saying, I'm not submitting to you. I don't even want you to have me in consideration, which is, on the other hand, Kendrick submits every year and wins like shitloads of them.
Well, that explains
How
it
you
all.
feel about that?
That explains it all.
How you feel about that?
Yeah, Kendrick sold out.
No.
Yeah, Kendrick sold out.
Well, I mean, when he does his first...
Jay-Z was tripping with the Grammys. Puffy was tripping with the Grammy. Yeah, Kendrick sold out. That's why
when Kendrick does his first interview after the beef, who's he do it with? Harper's Bazaar, which is like the most like white-coded publication you can think of.
So Kendrick Lamar, he did his first interview with Harper Bazaar magazine. SZA was doing the interview. People were pretty upset about this.
I think more journalists were.
Yes, they were upset because they were saying, well, like, man, like you are for the culture, bro.
Right.
Why didn't you come and sit down with the culture?
Right.
Why didn't you go on the Joe Budden's podcast? Why didn't you go sit down with academics?
Right.
Why didn't you go sit down with Elliot Wilson or DJ Head, somebody from the culture? Like, why did you go over here?
That's why they let him perform such a song, not like us at the Super Bowl. That wasn't a family-friendly song.
Yeah.
At all. That wasn't no song you let a motherfucker come bounce around and twist them ugly ass feet up and then Michael Jordan tennis shoes on the stage, throwing them gang signs. He even brought Serena and them out there with that shit. That was, them was the porch monkeys on the porch dancing for massa.
And
Look at my nigga.
On ICEMAN, Drake tells her to basically go off. Don't ever try to be cool with me again.
Yeah, man, she done went across the railroad track. And look how the white boy doing. Because, the average black woman can't come over there and live with him because y'all go f like a monster.
Let me ask you this about the Drake thing. The biggest critique that I see people trying to push about ICEMAN is basically that they think that it's tacky or corny, that he sounds bitter, sad, aggrieved, sort of salty at everybody, and that kind of turns them off. Personally, I don't take it that way, but that's the biggest theme I see.
I haven't heard that in now song. What I hear is a nigga tooting his horn, running a victory lap, saying, I ain't nothing like y'all niggas, and y'all been hating on me because I'm a yellow nigga with a white mama and grew up in Canada. That's what I heard. I don't hear no nigga bitter in these. I hear tooting his saying, I put you on, LeBron on, nigga, I was supporting you niggas like no other. That's what I'm hearing. I don't hear no nigga saying, I'm sad and mad. I heard him getting shout out to this streamer. I heard him, let me just say this. Let me take this back. I see him putting the light back on niggas who tried to take the light from him. Boy, that's how you exit the stage with Brace. And this his last 3 albums to release himself out of a contract that he don't want to be in. So he get to dust his hands off, satisfy a contract, jack his own off in front of the world with the lyrical content, because that's what I see him doing, jacking off in front of the world saying, I made it, nigga, y'all ain't like me.
Now, before I praise or destroy Charleston's take on all of this, I think his point should be given more credit than what I've read in some of the comment sections about all of this. Now, it seems like he's hitting on the fact, right? And hear me out, y'all, that Kendrick Lamar built most of his reputation on being the anti-industry artist for years. Kendrick was viewed as the conscious rapper, the guy who wasn't chasing trends, endorsements, or mainstream validation. So Charleston Questions was basically this: if Not Like Us was originally a diss record aimed at Drake, how does that same song end up becoming one of the biggest corporate-backed performances in the world at the Super Bowl? Because that's what the Super Bowl is, right? That's where Charleston says Kendrick may have crossed into selling out. Now, I'm not gonna say that's my point, but I can see how y'all can break it down into that narrative. Now, whether you agree or disagree, there's at least a conversation to be had. The Super Bowl is the ultimate mainstream stage. I'm not faulting no artist for choosing to do what they do and hop on board that train. It's not the underground, it's not hip hop culture, it's a $1 billion entertainment machine watched by millions of people worldwide. Business is business. And Charleston point is that a song born out of a rap beef somehow became a family-friendly national anthem for corporate America. That's a pretty wild transformation when you think about it. Now, on the flip side, you know, I can see how people, you know, like fans of Kendrick would argue that it's not selling out at all, right? They say Kendrick didn't change his message. The culture simply elevated him to a larger platform because the song resonated with so many. Now, that's also a fair argument. But here's the funny part. If you would have told me, and hear me out, 5 years ago that a Drake diss record would eventually be performed at the Super Bowl, I would probably laugh at you if you think I would have thought we would have seen that. But yet here we are. And that leads into another point Charleston indirectly highlights. Look, did the Drake beef elevate Kendrick Lamar's career even higher? Honestly, it's kind of hard to argue against it or for it because Kendrick was already one of the most respected artists in music. He had Grammys. I mean, for God's sake, he has a Pulitzer Prize. He had classic albums, but after the Drake battle, and this is where people, and I know the casuals won't be honest, but real hip hop heads have to be honest about this. People who never really listened to Good Kid, Mad City suddenly knew who Kendrick was. People who couldn't name 3 Kendrick songs were singing Not Like Us. The beef introduced Kendrick to audiences far beyond his traditional fan base, and that's no cap. Again, that's not taken away from Kendrick's talent. It's simply recognizing that the Drake rivalry became one of the biggest cultural moments in hip hop, man. It gave both artists enormous spotlight, but Kendrick more so. Now let's talk about Charleston praising Drake's ICEMAN. One thing Charleston said that I actually find interesting is that many listeners may have judged the album too quickly. Now I already spoke about this on my last couple of videos about it. Drake's albums have always had a history of aging well, man. People criticizing them on release day are the same ones probably 6 months later that are gonna quote his lyrics, post captions, and call the project underrated. I've seen this pattern over and over. And if ICEMAN ends up following the same path, Charleston may end up looking pretty smart on that prediction too. Now, it's already happening, so I don't really see us having to predict. The man broke records with that album. At the end of the day, whether you're Team Drake, Team Kendrick, or Team I'm tired of hearing about this beef, Charleston definitely sparked an interesting conversation. Did Kendrick Lamar sell out by taking Not Like Us to the Super Bowl? You know, the same corporate machine that he usually raps against? I'm just saying. Or was it simply the ultimate victory lap after winning the biggest, rap battle of his career? I mean, drop your thoughts in the comment sections, y'all. It's free. And if you're new here, make sure you like, man. Subscribe, hit that notification bell so you can know when we're covering anything else. But see you in the next video, and thanks for tuning in.